Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about blush. We're talking about formulation, picking a shade, application, all that good stuff. We're just talking about blush today. So let's get into it. Blush is one of those things that I honestly didn't think that I needed. As a beautifully brown pigmented diva, I thought, I don't need blush. I've already got pigment to my skin. But I have learned to love blush. I've learned to appreciate blush for what it does and what it I just love blush. And I think everyone can benefit from just a little bit of blush. I really do. In fact, besides my brows, this girl ain't going out without no blush on. Like, I just ain't doing it. Blush is one of those things that just instantly just makes you look more wide awake, more alert. It instantly brings color to the face, definition to the face, and it really just ties a look together. It's just a multitasking product that you might think you don't need until you use it, and you can just see how beneficial it really is to you. So let's just break it down. Let's start with formulation. In my opinion, there are really only two formulations of blush. It's either matte or it's shimmer. Now, in reality, you could take that shimmer category and really break it down further and say satin finish, chrome finish, chunky glitter. You could really go into how many ever areas you wanted to, but to me, it's either shiny or it's not, it's matte or it's shimmery. Now, because I do have oily skin and I do have enlarged pores with texture, especially right here, I feel that a matte formulation is much better for my skin tone. I like the way it wears throughout the day because it's matte and it kind of helps with that oil control. I like how it doesn't emphasize any of the texture or pores on my skin, and I just think it looks better on my face, especially as I get older. I just think it just wears better on my skin. However, I do feel like both formulations do have a place in your makeup arsenal. So when it comes to the shimmery blush, I like to use that on days when I'm going for a very light makeup look and I'm really trying to use a minimum amount of products and I need something to multitask. I really like putting on more of a glowy, shimmery type blush versus the matte. Picking a shade. Now, I feel like when it comes to picking a shade, while you can definitely do whatever you want to do, I feel like sticking with your own depth of skin tone really helps when thinking about blush. For instance, because I am a deeper skin tone, I like deeper shades of color. Now, the shade or the actual color doesn't match, so maybe I should go with I like deeper depths of color. That sounds better because the color to me doesn't matter. I like a pink, I like an orange, I like a red, I like a purple, I like all those different colors, but the depth of the color is where it really to me comes into play based on your skin tone. So if you are a lighter skin diva, you're gonna look a little bit better, or you're probably going to like lighter depths of color like bubblegum pinks and things like that because it looks better on your skin. Whereas for me and my deep tone, I like deeper depths of color. So I like deeper pinks, deeper reds, deeper purples, deeper burgundies because it looks better on the depth of my skin. So I think if you really kind of stick with that, you're really going to get the biggest benefit from blush. Application. Now, application is another one of those things that I think is not a one size fits all. It is all based on your face shape. So for instance, because I have a narrow face that's quite oval shaped, I really like applying blush to the outer portions of my cheeks right here. You are not going to find me putting any blush on the apples of my cheek. You ain't gonna find your girl doing that. I really like just really putting that blush right here on my face because it really gives me a nice definition to my face. It really emphasizes the structure. It just really looks good on my face, and it really looks good with the look when I place it right here. So that's why I think the application is a really important part of it, because I think if you place it in the wrong place, while it might not look bad, it might not look as put together, or you might not feel it as much as you would if you put it in a place that looks a little bit better for your face shape. So I just really think that's really important. Now, before I get off here, I do want to end with talking about some of my favorite blushes. They are all mostly very affordable because you know your girl is a diva on a budget, so I like finding those affordable things. And I think blush is one of those things that you really don't have to break the bank for. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good formulation, wear time, color pigmentation from a blush. I really don't think you have to. Now, as far as a brand perspective, I really like e.l.f.'s blushes. I think they do a great job when it comes to blushes, especially matte formulations. They do have a quad that has 4 different powder blushes in it. Love, love, love that. Mine looks a little jacked up, so I didn't want to show it on camera, but I do love the formulation that's in here. One I don't mind showing you is the matte blush duo. This is in Rosy Flush. This is a matte blush from e.l.f. as well. This color right here, it's absolutely beautiful. It just goes with every look, and it really just gives you just a nice slight flush to the skin. Not too much, not too little. It's just a beautiful color on the skin. And again, the formulation on e.l.f.'s blushes, so long lasting, just so beautiful. Another one of my favorites is from Beauty Treats, this matte blush palette that I reviewed here on my channel. Really like this palette, really like the formulation. It is a bit powdery, but that works great for my oily skin because I just feel like it gives me longer wear time because of that. And this color right here that I've hit pan on, I'm not afraid to show it, is a beautiful color that just looks so good on my skin, looks so good with any look, and it just, beautiful wear time. I really do like the blushes in this palette. And talking about a shimmery matte formulation, I really do like this blush here from Clinique. This is the Spiced Wine. I hope you can see that without me blinding you. It's a beautiful berry color, but it actually does have a little bit of a sheen to it. If you look, it's almost duochrome, where you can see gold flecks, green flecks, different flecks in here based on how the light hits it. But what I love about this color is that it doesn't translate glittery on the skin. It just has a nice flush of color and a little bit of shine. So it doesn't look chunky, it doesn't look glittery, it doesn't emphasize the texture too much. It's just a beautiful color, but because of the shimmer, it really does a nice multitasking job when I'm going for a light makeup look. So there you go, guys. I hope that information was helpful, especially if you are a diva who was like me, who thought you really didn't need a blush, you kind of underestimated it. Really try one, pick one up, and see what you think about it, because I really do think that everyone can do with a little bit of blush, and if it's the right color, right formulation, and you apply it right, you will really see how it's a game changer. Or if you're a diva who already wears blush, but you just don't like the way it looks, or you just don't think something just doesn't look right, maybe try changing up one of the 3 things I mentioned. Maybe try switching up the formulation you use. Maybe try switching up the depth of color that you're using. Maybe try switching up where you're applying it or your application technique. Because I really do think when all those 3 things are aligned, you really will appreciate and love blush as much as I do. So I really hope this information helps someone else out there. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. And while you're here on my channel, take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.